I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. This is episode 62. And today we're going to talk about distractions, because it's summertime coming up, right? Not quite here yet, but it's almost here. And the vibes are totally in the air. Kids are getting out of school, vacation times are coming up, and it's easy to get distracted in this season. But remember, ants think winter when it's summer and summer when it's winter. And of course, I'm not saying not to enjoy yourself, not to have a good time, because I'm all about a good time, right? And you work hard so you can have a good time. But you got to keep it all in perspective. There's this thing that says, when do the exact opposite of what everyone else does. So whatever the masses do, that would be the 97 percenters, and then there are 3 percenters that do an exact opposite. Like yesterday, yesterday was a Friday night, and back in the day on a Friday night, man, I was at the club. I was at the club getting it in, right? But yesterday I was on a Zoom Friday night doing a webinar, expanding my business and building wealth for my family, right? Why do I say that? Because you got to do the thing and then get the power. You have to do the things you don't want to so you can do the things that you love to. And we have to be very careful not to fall into a place where we get complacent or we get lackadaisical about our freedom, right? Because our freedom matters. So this is just a message to be careful as you go into the summer months, uh, not to be too distracted, right? Now, listen, I'm gonna be taking my vacations, right? I'm gonna be living it up and enjoying my life, but at the same time, I'm gonna make sure that I do what I need to do to make sure that my family is secure. That's to make sure that things will continue to run even better, right? I believe you can have your cake and eat it too. I really truly believe that. I don't believe it should be all work and no play, but it also can't be all play and no work, right? So there's got and I don't even want to say there's got to be balance, because there is no balance. There's only priorities. And what is your priority? If you, like, for me, I got some major goals this year. So yes, the summertime's coming up, and like I said, the vibes are in the air and all that good stuff. But my goals still are a priority to me, and those goals have meaning, and they mean something for my family, right? And for me, right? And for the people that I get to serve in the process of achieving those goals, right? So again, be very careful. We talked about this before, how there's this thing called traffic, and the car driving, and there's an accident, and next thing you know, one car slows down, the next car has to slow down, the next car has to slow down, and then you look back miles down the road, and people are stopped, all because somebody stopped to look at something that was on the other side of the road, had nothing to do with your side, like literally wasn't distracting you, wasn't in the way. There's no obstacle, but you slow down and you cause other people to slow down. And this is, we call that traffic, right? We don't want to get into that place. We want to make sure that we continue to move, that we continue to groove, and do the things that we need to do so that we can expand think like the ants again. Ants think winter when it's summer and summer when it's winter. They embody the 3% of the wealthy, because when most people are enjoying life and having fun and playing and just doing everything else, there's a small group of people who are grinding and making things happen. And again, those 3%ers, they get to have more fun, I think, than the 97%ers in a lot of ways, because now that you have the freedom, you can have fun whenever you want to. And you don't have to be consulting the bank account or the boss, but you get to decide. But we have to get ourselves to that place. And once we get to that place, we have to maintain that. So it's not something that you just get to and you just arrive and then life is just peachy king and you just take your foot off the gas. You keep the foot on the gas, you keep going, you keep plowing, you keep pressing. But it's just taking it all into perspective, right? So I just want to have that talk with you, because I know you guys are a cut above the rest. You are above average people if you're listening to this podcast, because you are all about the codes to freedom. And I want to make sure I drop those nuggets on you. And this one is just a kind of like a caution, if you will, or a warning, not to get caught up in traffic, not to be distracted. I say distract yourself from the distractions. So, there's always a way where you can have fun, but you can also find ways where you can get it in and do what you need to do, right? Because it's important to you, because it's a priority to you, right? You only do what's a priority to you, and you do that first. You do it often. You do it obsessed, because it's a priority. So, what are your priorities? What are your goals? What are you shooting for? Listen, 6 months, we're about to be done with this year. It's June, right? So, what are you going to do the next 6 months of the year to make sure that this month is better than this year is better than last year? And we get to decide that, but we got to go out there and take action, massive action, and we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted. Now, have fun this summer, because, like I said, I'm gonna have me some fun, but I want you to have fun, but also hit your goals and accomplish all that you are purposed and destined to accomplish. So, I appreciate this for you for tuning in. Short episode today, but I hope it's impactful, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize, who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value, and definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.